T, N, L tables. We can use a table to do this, something like this. We want to do this: goods and price, bag 10,000, clothes 20,000, total 30,000. So we want to make use of HTML table to create something like this. So this is a table in Google. This is inside my Google Docs, in Google Docs. So let's do the same thing in our HTML. To do that, to create a table, you first open the table tab. Can we see my screen? Oh, let me stop sharing and share my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Can we see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So to create a table, you first open a table tag. Table tag. Inside this table tag, we are going to create something called table sections, like T-head, T-body, T-footer. Let's discuss what that means. In this table, you can call this the heading of the table. In fact, let's make it bold. You can call this goods and price. Like this is a list of goods, and this is the price of the goods. So you can call this part the heading section. You can call this middle parts the body of that table. And you can call this total the footer of that table. So if you are grouping this table into three sections, these parts can be in fact, we can call this the heading of the table. This is the body, and this is the footer, the total. Do you understand? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's create that together. We're going to say T-head. So this heading part, this part, the goods and the price, they will be inside that T-head. These bags and clothes, this section, they will be inside the T-body. Then this total and 30,000 will be inside the footer of that table. So we've created T-head. Let's create the remaining two. T-body. Then we have the T-foot. So next is we want to place this part, the price and the goods and the price in the T-head. Now I want to talk about rows and columns before we move on. Rows and columns. This is a row. This is another row. This is another row. This is another row. So we can say the T-head has one row. How many rows does the T-body has? I'm asking us now. How many rows does the T-body has?
Two.
Two. Good. 2 rows. So the T-body has 2 rows, and the T-foot has 1 row. So let's do that. So go to your code and create 4 rows. Sorry. This is the row for the T-head. The T-body has 2. See how this is the first one. This is the second one. Then let's go to the T-foot and create 1 row. So this is for the T-foot. Next, let's move on. Inside the first row now, we have 2 columns. Inside this, we have 2 columns. One for the goods and the please let's mute our mic. Okay. So inside this row, we have 2 columns. This is it here. One for goods, one holds goods, the other holds price. So I'll come here now and say, inside my TR, inside this first one, I want to create 2 columns. We're going to use something we call TD. Let's start with this. TD. TD stands for table data. You want to insert data now. You place TD inside TR. Inside TR. So, since the first row has 2 columns, you are going to have 2 TDs. The first row has 2 columns. So, these are the columns. One is for price. Sorry, one is for goods. The other is for price. I hope you are getting it. So let's go to the T body. The first row in the T body has 2 columns too. One for bag, the other for 10,000. So create 2 TD inside it. One for bag, the other TD for 10,000. Then the next row also has 2 columns. One for clothes, the other for 20,000. So go to the second row and create TD. One for clothes, the other for 20,000. Then let's go to the last one, the T foot. Has 2 columns, one for total, the other for 30,000. TD. One for total, add the other. TD for 30,000. Any questions so far? Okay, let's run it on the browser and see the results together. So we have this. Next is we need those lines. We need these lines here to demarcate them. So what you're going to do is this. You go to the table tag itself and you give it a border. Border, depending on how thick you want it to be, you have this result. When you get to CSS, you see how you can make your table more beautiful. But this is just a simple table. What you have is a simple table. So you can give it a border. If you want it to be, if you want the border to be thick, to be thicker than that, you can increase it to 2. If you want it to be very thick, you can even make it 4. This will be very thick. You can see this border, the lines around it, they are now thick. You can, but I think those ones are too thick for what we want. So 1. This is not as thick as we saw the other time. Any questions so far? So let's look at some of those adjustments we still need to make. This part is bold. The heading part is bold. So what happens is this: when you are writing this, the TD, for the headings, you can make use of TH instead of the TD. TH. TH. For the heading, you make use of TH instead of TDs. So this makes it bold. And just to show that this, what we have here, they are the headings of their segment. So we have this, as you can see, they are now bold. And they now signify headings. There are still more things to learn on the table. Yes, there are still some other things to learn on that table. But for now, this is cool to start with. Let's do another table together and we build it again together. I will remove all of this and create another table in my Google Drive. Then we look at it together again. We build it together. Let's create another table. Please, do you have any question on this first one? Okay, let's delete this. Let's create another table. This is it. Okay. Insert table. So I want to insert 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1. Okay. Let's look at this table. I just want it to be 1 tire. We are assuming that this table does not have head. We are just assuming that it doesn't have any heading. 2 then hardware 3 solid computer science 4. Let's see. So let's get this table together. This table does not have head and foot. It only has body. So you go to your codes and you get your table tag. But this time around, you don't need to put T head and T foot. You only put T body. I hope you are getting it. Inside the T body, let me close this. Inside the T body, we have 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play the 4 rows together. So we can say TR times 4. So we have these 4 rows inside the T body. Inside the first TR, which is inside the first row now, you can say, so we have 3 columns inside the first one. Let's look at it together. I'm doing all of this so that we understand how this thing works. Inside the first row, we have 3 columns, which is, the first is taille, the second, the first is 1, the second is taille, the third is software. The first is 1, the second is taille, the third is software. So let's do that together. We can now go to our codes and say, give us 3 TDs inside the first row. So we have TD, 3 TDs now. The first is 1, the second is taille, the third is software. Let's go to the second row. In the second row, we have 3 columns too. The first is 2, the second is Kenny, the third is hardware. So let's create 3 TDs inside. The first is 2, the second is Kenny, and the third is hardware. Let's go to the third one. Same thing, we have 3 TDs inside. The first is 3, the second is Tolu, the third is computer science. So in the last row, we have 3 TDs too. So the first is 4, the second is Chemistry, the third is biochemistry. So we have these results. Go to the browser now and see the results. Sorry, let me quickly add this person that's trying to join. So we have this. Let's put our border. Go to the table tag itself and add a border. If this number is how thick you want it to be. When you get to CSS, anyway, you'll be able to style it and make it even much better than this. You're going to make it much better than this. So we have these results. This is a simple table. So let's assume we want to create this table. Maybe you want it to have headings. Come on. So I want this to be serial number. This should be name. And this should be department. Because being the heading, you make that bold. So let's add this to as to. We want to add this. So you go to your code, and now inside this table, you now give it a T head. inside your T head, you have just one row there. So you give it a TR. TR. Note, all tags should be written in small letter. They should be written in lower case. All tags, all of them. Okay. You have a TR. Inside your TR now, which is the first row now, you have 3 columns. Now, instead of using TD, I told you that you make use of TH instead for that one. So this can now be serial number. Another TH, then name, another TH for department. So we have this results. Any question? Any questions? Any questions?
I believe everything is quite
Is that?
I believe everything is quite understandable.
So let's look at one more time before we go. I want to look at how to comment. One more thing before we go. How to comment. You see, sometimes you want to write some codes, but you don't want those codes to be displayed on the browser. I want to write some codes, but those codes, they are not meant for the users. You might ask that, well, I think you are writing all of this for the users. No, you are not writing all codes for the users. You are writing some of these codes for fellow or co-developers that are working with you. You are going to write some codes or some texts for yourself also. You are not writing, or all our text, you are not writing that just for users alone. There will be some instances whereby you want to write some text for co-developers or for yourself, so that when you visit your codes, probably a year time, 2 years time, 3 years time, you will be able to understand the reason you did this. Why did you put this here? Why did you put this? And all of that. So that is where commenting comes in. You may want to drop some comments. These commenting, they are not for the users, meaning these codes will not be displayed. What we want to look at now is that we want to see how we're going to write some text, but those texts will not be displayed on the browser, yet they will be in our codes. So let's say I want to write a description of this table. I just want to do something like, okay, this table, or I created this table, maybe when I was bored or something. I have this text. I don't want users to see this text. I don't want it to be displayed on for now, it will be. So let's see how to comment it out. To comment it out, well, let's go straight to the shortcuts. Go to that line and press Ctrl / something like this. Ctrl plus / like this. Is it Ctrl like this? City. I think Ctrl is City. On MacBook, command / like this. So this is the shortcut to comment. If you want to comment more than one line, you highlight those parts that you want to comment, all of them, and you press command / it will comment out all of that. So when you get to the browser now, you won't see the text there. You won't. So as you can see, there's nothing on the screen because we've commented out all of those things. Ctrl plus / that's the shortcut. But if you want to write it in full, well, what you're going to do is this. At the beginning, you put let's say I want to comment out this line. At the beginning of it, you put the greater than sign. You put exclamation mark, hyphen. Then you go to where you want it to end. You put hyphen, greater than sign. But I think this is somehow long, and I doubt if you'll be doing it this way. A faster way is to highlight whatever you want to comment and press command / With that, it will automatically comment it out for you. Any question? So those codes, only those people that have access to these source codes will be able to see these texts, but not directly on the browser. It's not going to be displayed to the users on the browsers. Questions. There are still some other things to learn in HTML, but we're going to be stopping the training here at this moment. Now, I said something at the beginning of the class. One big reason, or one big advantage of our training is the specialization of our instructors. Even if you start the training, I won't be the one to take us HTML. We have instructors that are specialized at doing that, and they will train you much better than I am even doing now. They will train you much better. CSS also, we have other instructors. So when you get to back end, I will be the one to train you at that part. I will train you. So we have specialized instructors to teach you different things in our training, and you can enroll for the training. More information about the training will be given to us tomorrow on our group, on our WhatsApp groups. I'll give you more information how to enroll, because the stages, our trainings are in stages and all of that. We're going to start the next batch on the 1st of June. We start new training, we start a new batch every 3 months. So on the 1st of June, we are starting the next batch. And we have different courses: web development, mobile app development, data science, artificial intelligence, database administration, DevOps. We have different courses, and you can look for these courses. More information will be given to you tomorrow night on our WhatsApp group. Any question?